These are just hungry people who are being paid by the government to come on air and embarrass themselves and their families. You know, so nobody's Nigerians.
How do you think they are being paid by government?
Of course, the government is sharing billions. I've been sharing billions in the last 3 weeks to different groups, religious people, and all kinds of people, trying to get people to frustrate their protest. But you're going to see what's going to happen all over the country on the 1st of August. The government is going to learn a bitter lesson about taking the people of Nigeria for granted.
Now, see, take your time. Watch this video to the end. The truth must be told. The reasons, in fact, let me just allow you to watch this video. These two persons speak on this interview concerning this upcoming protest. You don't understand? Watch. And please, if today is your first time coming across this my platform channel, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Hit the notification button so that you get to see updates like this. Please subscribe. Watch this video. We'll come back.
From the president, from the lawmakers, from traditional rulers, and what have you. They're still going ahead with the protest.
Of course, protest continues. You cannot pull out of a protest that you did not organize, that you were not invited to join.
Right.
And these are just hungry people who are being paid by the government to come on air and embarrass themselves and their families. You know, so nobody's Nigerians.
How do you think they are being paid by government?
Of course, the government is sharing billions. I've been sharing billions in the last 3 weeks to different groups, religious people, and all kinds of people, trying to get people to frustrate their protest. But you're going to see what's going to happen all over the country on the 1st of August. The government is going to learn a bitter lesson about taking the people of Nigeria for granted.
Now, that exactly is what the government is concerned about, and those who are dissociating themselves from this protest. When you say the government will see what will happen on the 1st of August, what exactly will happen? I mean, Nigerians are expecting a peaceful.
It's going to be extremely peaceful.
Right.
Extremely. You know, Nigerians are going to express themselves in line with Section 40 of the Constitution, that Nigerians have the right to assemble, to gather, and to express their grievances at government at all levels. You know, and this is an inalienable right of every citizen of this country. The government cannot tell people when to protest, or how to complain about maladministration of the government, especially considering the fact that this president today was a perpetual protester. He's a man that has funded protests against government. He has always been in the opposition funding protests against government. Yeah. You know, and basically, because he has been doing it, I don't know how someone who has been funding protests no longer wants protests when he's now in the saddle of leadership. And because karma is the universal donor, you know, it must go round, because you funded protests against the Jonathan government in 2012 when over subsidy removal. Today you have removed subsidy, and today you do not want Nigerians to protest. And they've been calling groups for the past 3 weeks to the villa, to all kinds of places, to ministries, to give them money to go and be organizing town hall meetings.
Has
and all
your
these
group
things.
been invited?
Severally, we have. Severally.
Right.
We have declined. We have spoken to some people in government, and we have told them, we said, if you want this protest not to hold, remove first subsidy. Bring back first subsidy. If you want this protest not to hold, do ABC, things that will improve the life of people, not collect money, collect dollar from people in government, and you go on television and start embarrassing yourself.
All right, Beluchuku, I mean, we saw you in one of the reports there, distancing yourself from the protest. Is it that this hunger, the biting hunger, the hardship, does not affect you? I mean, you're the youth wing of the Christian Association of Nigeria. Are you not impacted by the overall, you know, downturn in the economy? And don't you empathize or sympathize with what those who are calling for protest are saying?
Good. Thank you so much. We know that CAN is a non-political organization, right, and we are not answerable to anybody. We are independent, and the press conference we granted today, we draw inspirational clue from our parent body. You will see that the CAN president and everybody, we said we can explore other options to address this issue of protest, like dialogue, town hall meetings, etc. Because we believe that let's take a clue from the NSAS protest, right, where hoodlums hijack the process and the protest, and it becomes a means of looting and the destruction of lives and properties. A lot of youth lost their lives. A lot of people, businesses collapsed because of the protest. Now, we are not saying that there is no hunger in the land. We are not saying that people are not suffering. We are not saying that government is not doing anything. But we know that if we channel our energy to a productive and a very viable avenue, what are the viable avenues that we need to engage the government? Let's call for a round table. Let's call the government. Let's call the president, the minister, everybody. Let's call the youth of the country to come out and say, sir, let's articulate our points one after the other. This is point A, this is point B, this is point C, this is point D, up to Z. And we can be able to tell the government that, please, sir, or the people at the helm of affairs, the president, the vice president, the ministers, the senate president, we can articulate all these things and submit to the National Assembly, submit to the president, submit to the...
yeah, but those who insist on going ahead with the protest, they are saying that the president or the government seems to be, not non-committal. Quite aloof in terms of really engaging not just the youth, but Nigerians as a whole.
It's a lie. Let me not say this. Right. I'm not for or against. Right. Let me not tell you this. That if we engage the government, okay, let's take for example, before this protest or whatever, I'm calling that there should be no protest because it will lead to loss of lives and properties. Let us engage the government and say, okay, Mr. President, the youth of this nation want to see you on Tuesday or Monday. We are calling on you, come and address us. Let's bring representatives from all the states, from all the civil society organizations, from every angle, both religious groups. Let us see if the president will not listen to us. I know the president...
What are you waiting for to call for that?
No, today we articulated our point.
I would also like you to quickly respond to what Deji said, that this government is spending billions of naira to induce people, groups like yourself, to pull out or distance yourself from the protest.
Thank God that can. Christianization of Nigeria cannot even think of it that we are going to collect money from who? Who is going to give us money? Who is going to give Can money? Can will not do that. Right. But now, let me just say this. Nobody gave youth wing of Can money or Can to pull out of protest. We have never been involved in protest and we can never protest. What we will do is we will pray to God and commit our protest to God. Okay. God, please, this is what we need in the country. We believe in prayers and I believe God answers prayers. If we that is it.
And Nigerians are tired.
Are there no other means of engaging government outside of protest that may lead to chaos, anarchy? That's what the security operatives are saying.
Yeah, you see, Nigerians are tired of prayers for things that leaders are elected to do. Why don't you pray before? Why don't you be praying instead of going to the toilet to ease yourself and be saying God should come and help you ease yourself? Things that God has given you the capacity, the power. It's only in Nigeria. Nigeria is a world headquarters of fake pastors and 419s who stay on the pulpit and deceive people. A country where leaders are elected to do a job, they don't do it. Religious leaders will be telling you to pray for them. So you think God is that jobless to come and be helping your leaders to fix the country? So these are the people who they enable bad leadership and bad governance in this country. Why are Nigerians protesting? Very simple. Yeah. It's because there's massive hunger, disillusionment and discontentment in the country. That's the reason why Nigerians are protesting. This president, you say you want to dialogue with the president. Nigerians should come and sit on the round table with the president that on Wednesday, this same president on Wednesday, he sent an executive bill to the National Assembly. The National Assembly did accelerated hearing to extend the tenure of the IG in 1 day. And they even made mistakes in the amendment. They amended the sections that they amended was wrong. And he did that just for nepotistic reasons. That's the reason why he did that. He did not send an accelerated bill to the National Assembly to end the suffering of Nigerians.
What makes you feel it has nepotistic
the man is Yoruba
undertones?
The man is Yoruba.
That's a whole different conversation.
You see, the truth is very bitter.
I guess what you're saying
the truth is bitter. The truth is bitter, but somebody has to say the truth. This man is supposed to retire in a month or so. You are trying to extend his tenure. These are part of the reasons why Nigerians are protesting. When Buhari was here, carrying out nepotistic tendencies, we all condemned him.
But the Constitution allows him to do
this man has come. This man has come. And he's doing worse than what Buhari did. Almost everybody, every key person in any government, parastate or agency, the key positions are apportioned for Yoruba people. That is, by the way, it's not part of the discussion. But it is part of the demands. It is part of the reasons, the reasons fueling the protest, because there's inequality, there's nepotism in government and around government, and the body language of the government supports that people are not being carried along in the country.
Now, speaking of being carried along, the president says, look, I hear you, I feel your pain. It's only been a year plus, that I've been in the saddle. Give me more time, give me patience. I've put in some policies, increased minimum wage to 70,000 naira from 30,000 naira. Student loans, the ball's been set rolling on that. Palliatives, Nigeria Youth Investment Fund. He also promises to, give or come up with more inclusive government.
Yes, as it may sound or it may look, this government is not the reason why Nigeria is in this much of a mess. Because the Buhari government did a lot of damage to this country in 8 years. However, this government in 1 year has done more damage to the Nigerian economy than Buhari did in 8 years. And I will explain very briefly. When this government came, it made dollar at around 600 naira. It made dollar at around 600 naira. Today, dollar is almost about 1.6. When this government came, this government met a basket of tomato at 15,000. Today, a basket of tomatoes is above 100,000. When this government came, it meant rice around 50 something to 60,000.
A bag, 50 kg bag.
Yes,
right.
now it's almost about 100,000. When this government came, a sack of beans was around 28,000 to 30,000, depending on where you buy from. Today it's about 75,000. When this government came, a sack of flour was around 18 to 20,000 naira. Today it's about 68,000. When this government came, it moved a carton of noodles from 4-5.
Yeah, we could spend all night reeling out.
The list is endless. This is why Nigerians are protesting. Nigerians are protesting because all is not well with the country. And you cannot tell Nigerians that, oh, this is how you should protest. It's very simple. Today, what are the issues? We are battling with hyperinflation.
Right.
And we are battling with a situation where 100,000 is now the new 10,000 naira. Go to many parts of this country today. People cannot even afford 1 square meal. We're not talking about 3 square meals. People are eating grass in many parts of northern Nigeria. Grass. And it's same situation in southern Nigeria. So Nigerians want to express themselves. And government is saying Nigerians cannot express themselves.
No, government, I doubt very much if government is saying that. I'm not a mouthpiece for the government. Government is saying Nigerians are constitutionally allowed to, express themselves, vent or ventilate if you like. But going the way of violence, causing chaos, anarchy is what government will not
stand. Have you seen any Nigerian calling for violent protest since the beginning of this protest?
Okay, I'll come back to you. Let me, Bello Chuku, your Bello Sochuku. Yeah.
Very important, thank
You said your way or your route is to pray, hand over the issues to God. Beyond that, as Christian Association of Nigeria, the Youth Wing, are you engaging the Nigerian youth, whether in your churches or in society as a whole, to maybe give them some hope or some reasons why they should not go on a protest? Is that engagement going on at all?
Sure. We have been engaging our youths.
What are you telling them?
Yes, very important. We have been engaging our youth on peace building. That's number 1. Number 2, and we have been engaging our youth to be law abiding. We had a NEC meeting today, being 26th of July, and all the state chairmen, church denomination blocks, the 5 blocks of CAN, they were all represented, and we passed our message to them, message of peace, message of nation building, because we believe that if there is peace, the nation will prosper. If there is oneness, the nation will move faster. But if we have chaos and if we have protest, we are not saying protest is not a civic right of the citizens, but if we can channel our energies on things that will grow the country, I think we'll be better off. Today we passed our message to our leaders, all the state chairmen, zonal coordinators, as well as block leaders. Please go to your various states, go to your various local government, go to your various the community leaders. Please let them know that today we as a know we are not going to be part of any protest. Let us sue for peace. Let us call for oneness in Nigeria. Let us call for the unity of Nigeria, not disintegration. Because let me tell you this, if Nigerians protest, there is 101% that the hoodlums will hijack the process. It happened in NSAS. I know one of my uncle who lost the business because of NSAS protest. Yeah. A lot has been done, and we don't need to repeat such mistake again. If we must learn from the past, and we should not repeat such. Let me say this. When we say that, if you respect leaders, leadership will get to you. We don't call our president and our leaders. Not that. I just want to respond to what he said. Right. Calling our leaders nepotic and this and that. That's not the right word we use for our leaders. I say that we can continue to pray for our leaders, we can continue to engage them, we will continue to pray for them for the betterment of all Nigerians and for the growth of our country. That is the best way, and the best way we can do something, and it will be productive for us.
The IG of police, you talked about him earlier. He's saying, look, if you're going to go on protest, submit your details, your name, your address, and all of that. Why? Because they have intel that there's some foreign elements and people who want to destabilize the country, use the opportunity of the protest to destabilize the country. Would you be willing to submit your details, and what do you make of that point coming from
the IG? Has my detail. So why do I need to submit the detail that he already has?
Okay.
Every security agency in Nigeria, SSS, Army, they have my detail. I'm their regular customer. So why do I need to submit any
Well, maybe
detail?
not just your personal details, but details of those who want to protest.
See, it shows a complete failure of intelligence in the country. It's even an indictment on the security agencies that they're asking for detail. So where is intelligence gathering? So all of a sudden, they have intel about protests. All the banditry in Zamfara, all the terrorism in the northeast, northwest, and all over the country, all the kidnappings of school children, they don't have intel. And this is why you cannot engage this kind of government. Wait, imagine somebody proposing that you should engage this kind of government. Engage them to do what? So that you collect money? You cannot engage an unreasonable government. A government that disrespects. The APC governor said they don't even know why Nigerians are protesting all this way with the country. That's the kind of government you want to engage? After they made the president, that was what Opu Uzodinma was saying. Wike was saying that it's mischief makers that are behind the protest.
Yeah, he's even saying that there will not be any protest in.
Who is Yes and Wike? Who is Yes and Wike to tell citizens that there will be no protest? Does this place look like his father's house? Does the FCT look like a local government? So what we are saying, principally and basically, is that these leaders have no regard for the Nigerian people, and it's still better. The August 1st to 10th protest is still better for them. See, the real protest will not be announced. No date to be given. See, if this protest, whether this protest happen or it does not happen, we're only postponing the evil day. Okay, there's going to be a protest that will happen in this country that suddenly, and all these people will become victims. All these people threatening Nigerians, all these APC governors threatening Nigerians and telling Nigerians that Nigerians don't have the right to protest in their own country. They will become victims because that particular protest will not be announced.
Well, they're not saying
and it's a protest of hunger.
We need to underscore that. They're not saying Nigerians don't have the right to protest. Does this have some kind of political undertone, this protests? Are protesters being sponsored? Is it because that seems to be what it's looking like to the authorities? You
see, the opposition, the current opposition today, as presently constituted, is even dead. They are dead. So they don't even have the capacity to be an opposition. So is it such a useless opposition like the PDP and the Labour Party that will sponsor a protest? The opposition is in complete disarray. Complete disarray. So what I don't understand with this country is that we look at the truth. People are seeing people suffering. Nobody hates this government today like market women. Because go to any market in Nigeria today and just do an opinion poll.
Okay, very, very quickly, both of you, your demands, how realistic really? Number one, you're asking for the constitution to be scrapped. You're asking for a unicameral legislature and all of that. And you're saying it doesn't have political undertones. Because the initial impression was that this was about the hardship and hunger in the land. Deji.
Everything is tied to our constitution, our laws. Our laws are designed to favor a few people. The principal officers in the National Assembly, I'll use them as an example. The Senate President, the Deputy Senate President, the Speaker, the Deputy Speaker, the principal officers. Only these few people, they have almost 2,000 aides working for them. 2,000. How can, in a nation of 200 and something million people, how can few people have this number of aides? I was in Lagos last weekend. I saw the convoy of the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, and I said, this country, there's going to, one day we'll just wake up and we'll see the entire people of this country reacting. Because it's even
hopefully not violently.
Not hopefully. Hopefully, that's our prayer. Our prayer perpetually is for, because nobody will benefit if anything goes wrong in this country.
Absolutely.
And we'll continue to appeal to Nigerians that this protest should be peaceful.
Right.
Nigerians should love their country. We appeal to government that are recruiting thugs that they should recruit peaceful thugs, not thugs that will come and destroy public property or attack people. And that,
I wish we had all night to have these conversations, but Deji Adeyanju, it's a good.
You listen to both of them. Is it not obvious now if you ask me to say some persons has been giving money to, let's put it that way, allegedly? You know, I said it before that some group have been collecting money allegedly. They said they have given them money to stop this protest allegedly, right? And this is a confirmation of it now. See, I said something the last time. All this money you are wasting now, giving to different groups, organizations, to hold meeting, town hall meeting, urgent meeting, to help you stop the people protesting who want to protest. Is it not a sign of failure, disrespect to Nigerian people? Is it not a sign of failed in this government? This effort you are using to do this, if you put this energy into production, into the things of the demand, the demands of this protest, you would have seen something, you would have achieved something by now. Since then, beginning, I think it was last month, they started talking about this protest. In some country, protests want to happen, they don't give notice. You just wake up, they say today, not today. Now you have time to act, to work, to sort issues out, so that to meet the demand, so that the protest will not hold. You kept quiet since, you guys kept quiet until today now, the final. Now they wait for this thing now. Now come the whole emergency meeting, as if this is something they just wake up and say, not today, not today. No, in Kenya, they give notice. See, let me tell you something. I said it before. If you want to address Nigerian problem, talk about Nigerian problem, leave God out of this. Leave God. God do not have problem with the current situation of this country. This is problem of This is a problem when human being leaders are irresponsible leaders create for us in this country. And you as a young man, look at what you are saying. Look at what you are saying. It is obvious that some people collected money allegedly. It is obvious. Now you're talking about leaders. Play for our leader. Is it these irresponsible leaders you want to play for? Hand over to God's hand? No. The man, senior man, Pastor Kumuyi, who said we should pray for Tinubu or Buhari that time, he have key. God will use him to solve the problem of this country. He don't relocate to. He don't jack back go UK. He knows see God not get hand for this matter. He don't jack back leave you for there. You see they talk say God. No. At the talk I'm gonna leave God out of this matter. And let's face the reality. Truth is bitter, but we must say it. Who care for those who care to listen? You don't understand. And now again, you said we should engage Tinubu. They should talk. They should engage town hall meeting. Is it the Tinubu who has Tinubu since day one during the time of campaign? How many times have you seen Tinubu come to address the nation, come to talk to the nation, the country, what he's planning to do, what he's doing during the time of campaign, where everybody, all the media houses were inviting Tinubu, come and speak to, let's interview you, come and tell us your plans. Did you see Tinubu? Rather than the spokesman, we say Tinubu, say his media houses, hey, we say Tinubu, say. Did you hear? We don't want these recorded audios. Let him come and speak. Since this protest now start, when they call for meeting now, backyard meeting, urgent emergency meeting up and down, did you hear the Tinubu himself come address the nation to say, okay, please, so this, that, rather than his spokesmen who are making reckless statements that they even fuel the anger of the youth because of their statement? Did you see Tinubu come out to address? No. We don't want recorded audio. Say Tinubu, say. Let all hear from the horse's mouth. No, nothing like that. Is it the person you want to engage with town hall meeting? Far from it. You see, before you talk of engaging these people, you need to know the kind of leaders you have. These people are not leaders, they are dealers, and they don't care about you. They don't care about your welfare. If you like, go and hawk transformer, you don't consign them. Is it the leaders you want to address? No. These people, they don't care about you. The only answer to this is through this peaceful protest to send signals to them. And now, the one that even baffles me, people say they don't want to protest, is the what they call them, the university, or this university, the student association. They said they wrote a letter. They say they are far from this protest. They are not in support of this protest. And when you look at it, generally, those students, even the current situation of this country today, affect them the most because their tuition fee, their school fees have just been increased 300% increase. Those paying how much less than 30,000 before as fee, they are now paying 300,000. Their fees has been increased 300%, and they said they don't have hand in this protest. They are not going to protest. So what does that tell you? It means that allegedly again some people, some organization collected money to silence the mouth of these people. So how would you say this university, the school union, to say they are not protesting, which this current situation affect them the most? No, something is happening. Or is it because of the student law? I might tell you, if you like, take it or leave it. This student law, if you take it, you know will pay back, because number one, if you qualify, you take the law. At the end of your this thing, which job you want work to pay the law back. Oh, after you don't finish your school, no job for you. You will come they do Okada. You can't look for money to open business, they open your shop, can't they do nail technicians, hairdresser? Is that one you want to pay back the loan when you borrow for government to finish your school? Far from it. People will take the loan, they're not going to pay. So let's tell ourselves the truth. Is it the loan? That one is just a deceive. If at all some people even get it, they will not pay back. Let's take it or leave it, they will not pay back. And there's no means of paying back. Or after you don't finish your school, you go help you can't jack back. Where they won't come find you can't pay your loan. So leave them. They said they are not in support of this protest. I was like, what? And this one here is telling us to engage Tinubu. Let's pray to God to help us. Which God? My friend, leave God out of this matter. So it is obvious that Tinubu has successfully again allegedly paid some people money, which not far from the truth, that pay some people money to silence the youth that want to protest. Simple as that. Take it or leave it. But the protest must go on. They will hear us by force. Tinubu led protest against Jonathan. Some group of people will lead protest against him. And like this man, that is the truth. That is the situation of ground. Please share this video. Subscribe for more.